What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Panerai. Again, I know we talked about the brand in the previous video, but in the previous video I mainly talked about what the brand has done in the last few years that I did not like. Basically me and millions of other people that's turning away from the brand. Now the brand is phenomenal, and I had the particular watch that I had in the previous video was the Panerai PAM 0111, and this is the watch that I want to talk to you guys about, because despite the fact or the thing what Panerai is doing in the last few years does not change the fact that in general Panerai is a phenomenal brand. They have beautiful watches, unique watches, great history, been around for so long, and we cannot disregard everything that they've been just because of the last few years. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to be talking about this Panerai PAM 0111. This is a watch that was made in, I believe, 2008. A watch with a 44mm case, stainless steel, 15mm of thickness, 24mm lug width, and about 300 meters of water resistance. This is the kind of resistance that you're looking from a watch from like Panerai. It has an open case back, which I do not like. I feel like watches that are elegant, basically dress watches, they can have an open case back. You're admiring the watch. Basically elegant watches, you're admiring them anytime you look at them. They're beautiful, and that's all about them. When you're looking at a watch that is supposed to be a diver's watch or a field watch or just a tough mother, then you're looking at experience that you have with the watch. So for example, I have my Longines Hydro Conquest. It's technically a diver's watch, but because of its resistance and because, you know, sapphire crystal and all of that good stuff, when I look at the watch and knowing what I've had the watch go through, I basically went hiking with it, diving with it. I went with that watch through so many exciting activities that every single time I'd finish doing whatever I do, for example, if I come down from a hike and I got back to the car and I fell down, I'm all scratched up, dusty, muddy, the same as the watch, I look at it and that's when the watch is most beautiful. This is my companion, has been with me through a, you know, risky situation possibly, but that's what makes it beautiful. It resisted basically everything that I put it through. A dress watch is beautiful anytime you look at it. So I find that with this watch too, it's not necessary to have an open case back. If it does, sure, no problem. If you like it, then this is for you. This is not really something that impresses me. The other cool thing, it's a manual wind movement with about 56 hours of power reserve. Power reserve is not crazy, which a lot of the people might not be bothered by it at all. I am. 56 hours of power reserve is not enough for me. I had experience with watches that have power reserve, or more power reserve, and that is amazing. My Hydro Conquest power reserve is 72, I believe, hours, which is about 3 days that I can set it down, pick it up again, and it shows perfect time, date, and all of that good stuff. So 56 hours of power reserve with this bad boy is mid, I would say. The other cool thing that I like really about the watch is that it has no complication whatsoever. No GMT, not even a window date. It has no date. That's it. It only shows time. I feel like field watches, that's all you need. You need time. And somebody might say to me that I am crazy enough to buy a watch that simply just shows the time and spend $5,000–6,000 on it. But to me, knowing that that watch does nothing but time somehow excites me. Very stupid. I don't know if there's other people that can relate and feel the same thing as me, but I am super excited. It has a small second hand at 9 o'clock, which is strange because a lot of the dress watches would have a second hand, 6 o'clock, kind of where it's located. This one at 9 o'clock, it switches it up a little bit. It doesn't kind of copy that feel of a dress watch, but it still looks pretty balanced. If you're going camping, this is the kind of watch you want to have. This is phenomenal. Even in my house, sometimes I turn the lights off, and if I get to see it on a table or, you know, even on my wrist, I always fall in love with the Lum. It's crazy. Now, the thing that I don't like about the particular watch that I have is the strap. It's on a brown leather strap, original Panerai strap. I do not like how it looks on a dressy strap. It takes away from the tool looking, or the way this watch is supposed to look. It doesn't feel like a tool anymore with this strap. It also makes it look bigger. I've seen this watch on a black rubber strap and it just tones it down. 44mm might not be for everybody, but on a black rubber strap, it tones it down and it looks phenomenal. Also, you just want this watch on a rubber strap because it's a tool. It's supposed to look like one. A dressy crocodile leather strap, it just does not belong on this watch. I've seen it. Unless you're buying the gold case, then you can pull that off. But it's more specifically for people that want to get a Panerai. They don't really want to get it for wearing it at the office. Rarely, but it happens. But in general, people that buy Panerai, you know, it's a very adventurous watch. It's unique, and that's kind of where it comes from. If you want to look like Sylvester Stallone, then yeah, this is why you would buy this watch. So with that being said, if you buy this Panerai, make sure that it's not on a brown leather strap. Also, I've been to Panerai boutique here in Toronto not long ago, and a rubber strap is about $250 Canadian. So it's not that expensive to find a original rubber strap, but also you can put it on any rubber strap. You can go on Amazon and find the very Panerai looking rubber strap for like 20 bucks. So this is a life-saving hack, or sorry, money-saving hack, Jesus. Last but not least is the price. This watch can be picked up on Chrono24 for around $5,000. It is not a bad price for a brand that is so rich in history, for a brand that has done so many incredible things, for a brand that is so unique, and it has just this phenomenal design that it just goes with anything, anywhere, do anything type design. It's so unique that it cannot be mistaken, confused for any other watch, and that is kind of cool. You want a watch that people don't confuse, people don't ask you, oh, what are you wearing there? You know, shit like that. So if you get anything that is a diver kind of sub looking, from 20-30 feet away, people will not understand what you're wearing exactly unless you're a watch snob like me or some. But yeah, this watch is very unique. And before I wrap up the video, I just want to say that this, from my sources, very trusted sources, it's not written, you know, in stone, but Panerai is the second most faked brand out there after Rolex, obviously. So you really want to know where you're buying it from. Trust your dealer, trust the person you're buying from, make sure everything is in order, and don't risk it. So with that being said, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It is free and it helps the channel tremendously. Like the video and comment down below what you think of the watch and the brand in general. So with that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.